Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and I am excited to be here with you. I'm going to show you my upline gave me a gift of delivering cheer with a challenge of posting on our Facebook group a couple of times. So I decided to jump right into the challenge. I'm supposed to start in September, which is tomorrow, so I have a couple of cards. I'm going to show you how I did them. I decided my first card I wanted to pair with the Harvest Meadow suite. So I used the embossing folder, I used the pretty little brush metallic adhesive dots, I used this designer series paper. I wanted to use the ribbon, but it was a little thick for what I wanted to do, so I'm going to show you kind of how I did that. If you don't know me, I'm Susan Smith. I've been a demonstrator for a very long time. I'm going on 24 years. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can get a little bit more information. If you ever want to join my team, I would love to have you. I love what I do, hence the reason I've done it for so long. And here's what I did. Okay, I am going to zoom in a little bit. I am working with technology. You all know that that's my friend. So I got this Manicam where I could switch from my face to the table, and we are not friends. I cannot get the software to work. Any Manicam person out there, just so you know, I'm disliking the software tremendously because I cannot get it to work. And I've sent them emails, and I try to get helper friends, and I read all the stuff. Yep, not working. So I dislike them a lot right now. So what I did two of the cards very similar. So this one, I used the Celebration with the penguin paper, the free paper. I used the Celebration Glimmer. I ran it through the brick embossing folder. I took my gingham and added a little bit of color to it to change the color. For both of them, I used the tailor-made tags, vanilla cardstock. So this one, you can see it has the brick background and the beautiful glimmer skirt. To do that, all I did was stamp it in Memento, and I put the black embossing powder over the top. Because if you don't emboss when you stamp on this, it smudges. So I used colors to coordinate with it. I used the Succulent and the Just Jade here, and then I used fall colors. And then she has a pumpkin pie jacket and pumpkin pie shoes. On this one, which I'm going to show you how I did this one. So this one, I used the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. I used the Bumblebee gingham. This is that thick craft cardstock. And then I colored it real simple, and there's your metallic dots. Oh, and these, I wanted to add a little more pattern to the background. Instead of embossing it, I just decided to use the paper lattice, and this is in the annual catalog. So I'll show you how easy this was to put together. I started out with my Moonlight, Misty Moonlight. When you've been a demonstrator as long as I have, you forget the names of things because they remind you of something we had before. Here's my bone folder with the beautiful charm from the Wonder Basement. Love it. That way when we go to events, I don't get mixed up as to whose charm is what. So here's that Designer Series paper. It has a wheat pattern to the back. I decided I wanted to use the other side. We fast fuse this on. When I decided to add the lattice, I did it with glue dots. So when you take this lattice, it's fantastic because it has these little spots on it where like a glue dot fits perfectly. So I just put a couple of these on just to kind of hold it in place, knowing that I was going to then be putting my tag on top. So I glued that on, and I didn't want it straight. It screamed to be crooked. So I made my tag, cut the tag out of my Whisper White. And I'm going to do some stamping. I'm borrowing the piece of cardboard out of the back of the lattice because I didn't bring a piece of paper over for me to stamp on. I got fussy with technology and kind of lost my brain. So her little top part, I need to stamp on this because I'm going to have to fussy cut it out. So there's her little top part, which I'll color in just a second. Here's her skirt. On that pretty craft cardstock. It's thicker, sometimes it curves up. I really like it. It makes me happy. And then I'm going to put her lower half right on here. Okay. And so now I'm going to do a little bit of coloring. And I'll tell you what color blends I used. I used all blends to color her in. Oh, and I will tell you, I didn't bring my Stamp and Boss over here, so I'm not going to texture the skirt this time. I just fussy cut it out. But you can texture with anything. I used the time worn, yeah. The 3D embossing folder from the suite. All the names of stuff will all be in my comments, so you'll be able to see the names if I can't remember or I say it wrong. So here I just put this on with glue dots. Just put a couple glue dots on there, and there's her beautiful skirt. She's so cute already. Then I used one of the neutral, this is the ivory, for her legs. She has some ivory looking legs. I could have used tights. She could have been in tights and it would be cute. And then I wanted to use the Misty Moonlight for her shoes. And so this is the Misty Moonlight light. I'm just going to go over some of the jacket here. I'm coloring with the nib tip just because I can. You can use the brush tip. Whatever makes you happy when you color. Coloring is supposed to be happy. So whatever makes you happy when you color, you get to use. I darkened it a little bit around the edges. Oops, I had a 50-50 shot. I used the brush this time. Just go over and kind of blend those colors. I leave a little bit of white sometimes just because I like it. Now I am going to use the light and dark soft suede. And this is for the brown craft paper, is what one, it reminded me of the skirt, and two, it reminded me of the stuff that they'll wrap my flowers in. I'm going to darken it up here too, just because I can. And now in a circular motion, again, if you're a blend lover, everybody colors a little bit different. You can tell me how you color in the comments if you want. Everybody colors a little bit different with their blends. I will do darker to light sometimes. Sometimes I will do light to dark. I've done all kinds. You can hear my phone ringing. Let me X this off. One moment, please. Okay, now. So I cut that one off. that was my grandkids. I'll call them back in just a minute. Okay, so here I am. I put a little of the soft suede in there. I'm gonna go over this a little bit more. I'm gonna add some color to my bouquet. And I didn't really try to make it logical color. It was just the colors I wanted in the bouquet. I put more of my colors, I guess, in the middle because she just looks, there's the finished one in case you want to see what if it makes sense. I'm going to put a little, and this is the light pumpkin pie. Now I'm going to go over it with a little bit of dark pumpkin pie. I'm going to darken her mittens a little bit. I'm going to go up here and hit some of those berries to make them a little bit darker. And then I went ahead and did a little dark gold olive in there too. So again, I just wanted it to be a fall mix. I'm going to go down and do the stems. Okay, so now I'm going to finish assembling her real quickly. here's the ribbon that came in the suite, and it was just a little bit thick to put through this hole. Okay, so I'm going to take my bumblebee. In any of our ribbons, you can, the gingham ones, I could add some color to this and change the color. And I'm putting the ribbon through because I found that my bouquet comes up a little high and it gets harder to go through. This one I set a little higher and it was harder to weave it through once I put it together. So I'm going to add the ribbon before I add her to the top. I'm going to put her on with a glue dot or a dimensional. I'm going to add some of these beautiful brushed metallic. If you haven't seen these yet, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I love a good metallic, and this gives me lots and lots of colors. Now I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut her out. And I know all of you, there are those of you who love to super detail cut. I do not. That's not my favorite, especially because I'm going right on the ivory cardstock. So I don't feel like it's going to be that big a deal. If I don't like the ivory showing, I can always add a little bit more color to the top so it doesn't show my ivory, like coloring outside the lines, heaven forbid. For some of you, that is mission impossible. See, I've got a little ivory up there, but it doesn't bother me because it's going to go right on top of her and she's mounted on ivory. I'm going to take a couple more glue dots and stick her on. Now we just have to decide which one you like better. Do you like your girl with a little bit of a craft skirt or a little bit of sparkle? You can let me know. All right, friends, you have a great day. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to stamp with you again soon. Bye.